This is the Variety Show 2024. This video ties in a little bit to an earlier video I did about boredom, but also the news business. And what is the best source to get news and information from? And so I don't want to pick on CNN but CNN is the biggest kid on the block because for 24/7 cable news, they're the biggest. So I will mention them, but I don't want to pick on them because it's not just them. All of these news networks are, I just think they're bad sources of information. They're giving bad information. They're not good sources of news. So CNN, MSNBC is probably actually a little bit worse. CBS and NBC and ABC, all those networks are bad. And Fox News isn't much better. Fox News isn't much better than all the other news networks out there. They're repetitious. They're boring. They're 24/7. And they talk about Trump's legal problems. They talk about Ukraine, and they talk about the election stuff, and they talk about Israel and Gaza, and they talk about hurricanes, and they talk about just everything they talk about. They talk about financials, the economy. They talk about the stock market. I mean, I spent so much time, and I've invested so much time in listening to all these different news networks, but they're boring. I mean, they're so boring. They're so boring. And they're just 24/7 nonstop, with the exception of commercial breaks. And so then the question is, what is the best place to get information that has value, keep you informed about the latest and good information, not bad information, from these news networks and the electronic media? Newspapers, print media, that's like a dinosaur. That's a dinosaur because there's all this other stuff. It's 2024. Newspapers, hardly anybody reads them anymore. So in my view, the news networks are a total waste of time. I mean, you could go in the times that we're living in, you can go the rest of your life and never look at CNN or Fox or MSNBC or the Standard networks. You could just go your whole life and never look at them ever again. So why do you do it? Why do you even bother looking at them? The best source of information and news that has value, and you're getting good, up-to-date information about everything going on in the world around us, I come to the conclusion that it's certain YouTubers, certain YouTube channels, certain ones, not all of them, but certain YouTubers are very good about keeping you informed and giving you different perspectives. So not all YouTube videos, certain YouTube videos, searching, doing searches on YouTube about the topic and then narrowing it down to the best video. So if your topic is Ukraine, just don't even bother with CNN. Don't go to CNN or Fox for Ukraine news. You want the latest on Ukraine, go to YouTube and put Ukraine in the search box and then look at the videos and use discernment to see which videos will give you the best information about what's going on in Ukraine with Putin and all that. Okay, so that's the best way to get information about what you're looking for. Don't even bother with CNN. Just go straight to YouTube and search Ukraine. Just search it. Search Ukraine. So that's one way to get, more accurate information about the world. The other thing that's good is long-form podcasts have been extremely popular, and they're very good. So long-form podcasts have replaced, CNN and these networks. Everybody knows that. They've been replaced by a lot of these podcast forums like Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, Bill O'Reilly, Candace Owens, Megyn Kelly, Trish Regan, Patrick Bet-David. It's funny that the people that Fox News kicked off the air, like Bill O'Reilly and Tucker Carlson, have gone on to be extremely successful doing these podcasts. And they used to work for the big networks, and now they're having all this success being podcasters. Doesn't that tell you something? Tucker Carlson and Bill O'Reilly and Glenn Beck used to work for Fox, and he's gone on to be hugely successful on the internet, well, that should tell you something right there. And so YouTubers, only certain ones, or searches on YouTube, digital internet podcasts is number 2, and number 3 is just books. Reading books is the number 3. The newest books on any. You go on Amazon and buy a book about it. Go on Amazon and look at all the newest released books about Ukraine war. Look at all the newest books about any subject and purchase a book, a new recent book about that subject to learn about that subject. So the next thing I would point to for good information is just to go on Amazon and purchase a book about that subject to learn about politics or about Israel or China, Taiwan, or climate change, or any subject at all. There's books on Amazon, and every day there's somebody publishing new books about a subject, and that's a great way to learn accurate information rather than wasting your time with these networks, which are boring and repetitious and monotonous and just come across as phony. They come across as phony. They're losing viewership. People are going away from them and going to all these other forums and venues, and it's a waste of time to listening to them, and they're boring. So that's my opinion on where you get the best information with the election approaching and everything going on. This has been the Variety Show 2024.